I'm just
There
doing
we
my little
go.
dance.
All right, there we go. We're up and running.
All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to another chat with Chris and Mary.
That's
It's
us.
good to see everyone back again for another week. I'm going to do my best not to look at my screen, which Chris is on, and look more at the camera. So I'm going to possibly be flicking between the two.
No, nobody cares. They're all used to it now. The
He's
COVID
like,
time,
don't look
we're
at
all
me.
used to
Don't
this.
look at Yeah. So, again, scenery change for me. So this could be the Wednesday night broadcast for the next few weeks is from this little parklands. So we've got some gardens behind me. I'm in the rotunda or the gazebo in the middle, so surrounded by blooms. It's quite nice, quite serene, just very windy as well at the same time.
Right.
So, and what sucks is Chris is locked inside because it's nighttime. And do you guys have a curfew yet?
No, we don't. This is Canada. We don't have a curfew. We never have a curfew.
Oh, just you wait. You're close enough to the USA.
Yeah, well, we
And then
closed our
bleed
borders,
into your
man. Forget it.
space.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
curfew.
so yeah, I got no curfews down in Melbourne. Yeah, I think we talked about it last week or the week before, where some girls travelled all the way up the east coast. So they came from Melbourne. Melbourne is in lockdown. They have it's like jail really. They've got 1 hour of exercise time a day, and they've got a curfew of 10 p.m. I think it is. So, and I think they need, between 7 a.m. and 10 p.m. they're allowed out. And it's only for like work and essential activities. So it's pretty full on.
Yeah, well, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? It's the world we live in. All right, so what do we got today?
Yep. Our topic for the day is support networks versus going it alone, being a lone ranger.
Okay. In what context?
Yeah, you feeling it? In what context? As a beginner trainer, beginning at training, you've had this idea to change your life or your lifestyle. You've decided to eat differently, you decided to start training, all this sort of stuff. Do you have people around you who are going to support you?
There you go. Right. Well, that's a question. It's a private question, I guess, that they have to answer on their own. Right? Do they have those people around? But listen, there's a lot of people that don't, right? And there's a lot of enablers out there. And I don't necessarily mean in a bad way, right? So we'll just take a married couple, for example, right? So husband says, I'm going to go on a diet. I want to lose 20 pounds. But the wife is so used to whatever it is, making his favorite dessert, right?
Yep.
Or maybe the wife's trying to lose weight and the husband likes to treat her with snacks when he goes for his coffee at the coffee shop, buy a little cake, right?
Nice.
They're doing it out of these loving directions, right? They're not doing it out of spite. They're like, my wife loves the cakes. I want to buy her the cakes, make her happy. But it's detrimental to what she's trying to do. So these enablers start to become actually negative influences. So the enablers, what they need to do is they need to change their mentality themselves. So I'm talking to the support network. I'm not talking to the person looking for the support network. Support network people, so you're the support people. We use the term support network because that's whatever, a marketing term, but you are the person of support, right? So if you're the person of support, you have to jump on board with this diet also. You don't have to be on a diet, right? You can eat whatever you want. But if this person is trying to eat better, what you can't do is be like, wow, it's just one piece of pizza. It's fine. Nah, it's just one donut. What? Come on, you know? Or start, what even happens a lot is saying, so let's say they pick a healthier option. So a long grain rice versus a minute rice type thing, right? The person's saying, wow, how much worse is it really? right? So all these little things we start to kind of pick at, like, how bad is it really? Is it really that much worse? Come on, you know? So we start to be okay with allowing certain things, a little 50 calories here, a little 30 calories there. Nah, come on, it's not so bad. It's a couple of, but next thing you know, it's 300, 400 calories extra a day, and the weight loss stops. So support people, whatever it is that that person wants to do, that you know, whoever it is, wife, husband, friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, neighbor, whatever it is, you be on board and support them, and whatever they need or want you to be that person. I'm talking to those people. All right, what do you got?
I'm actually going to take a couple of different tacts on that. When I say network, I mean, yeah, who else is around you? Not only, say, your partner or who's living with you, but do you have friends who are there to support you in the sense that, like, you'll go out to brunch with them once a week or something like that? Can you have what we call an empowering conversation? So empowering for you, do you feel comfortable sharing your goals and your ideas, and your changes with them? Because they're the ones who are, then there's the wind. It's not a truck beeping behind me this week.
We're with you over there.
All right. So, so do you have a supportive partner? Do you have family or friends who are around you who you can actually have a conversation with, sit them down and say, hey, this is what I would like to do. I need you to support me in this way. So you need to be really precise. Even if it's 2 or 3 people, it's more than enough. So a walking buddy perhaps, or someone who's going to make you accountable for your selections when you go to brunch. Someone will say, oh, are you sure that you want the chicken schnitzel rather than the grilled chicken, for example, or the chicken Caesar salad with the dressing on the side? So that's the network side of things. And as far as support, like, it comes in different forms. Like I mentioned before, it can be an activity buddy, someone who wants to go to the gym with you and either support you, or they might have secret goals themselves that you're helping them along with. And also, like, I actually had a discussion with my husband in regards to business a couple of weeks ago. About a month ago now. And sort of when I asked you to support me, you said yes, but what is your definition of support? And he sort of went, I don't know, it just means I'm going to be there.
Right.
Like, because, so you need to get your definition of support clear in your head and then share it with them and ask them to support you in a specific way. Because what I was looking for was someone to debrief with, someone who would give me feedback, and obviously someone who would listen to give that feedback. So he's a really good listener, but he's also on mute. So he doesn't relay very much in return. So someone else would have been good as a sounding board on those sorts of things.
Right. So here's kind of my my rebuttal to your comment about having family. So if you need an accountability support network, your family and friends aren't the ones. They're the wrong people.
Okay.
Because, first of all, what they are going to do, because they care about you, they're going to be like, it's your thing. I got your back. You need me. I'll do what I can. But it's your thing. They're not going to go and be there to start telling you, well, you shouldn't be eating that now. You shouldn't be eating that. Don't eat that. Don't eat that. Nobody wants to be your mom except your mom, right? Nobody wants to be that person. It's not their job that you got to lose weight, right? So don't expect that of those people. That's a lot to ask of them, right? They're not professional. If you need real help, seek out professional help, right? That's the bottom line, right? Your family and friends are not health professionals, and they'll say whatever you want them to say because they love you. They'll say, yeah, whatever it is, I'll do it, no problem, right? But they don't know how to lose weight any better than you how to know how to lose weight. You know, eat more vegetables, a little bit less junk food, like kind of the basics, right? So if you're trying to go it alone, your family and friends are not the ones to be the people to hold you accountable, right? They're going out for dinner. They're trying to think what they want for dinner. They're trying to think about maybe calories they don't want to take on, or maybe they do. They just want to pig out. They don't want to feel guilty of eating the super triple cheeseburger with the bacon and, right? Because you're on a diet and you're having salad. They don't want to feel bad about that. So I don't think they're not the right people, right? So I kind of disagree with putting that pressure on my friends and my family. If they ask, if they say, listen, I want to lose weight too, let's do this together, that's different, right? Now they're on board. So your business, your husband, for example, in this business situation, he's not your partner, is he? Right. So he just wants to be your husband. He doesn't want to be your partner, right? So that's where that happens a lot. We lean on people we care about, even though they're not prepared to be leaned on. They're like, I don't even know what to do. So what are you leaning on me for, right? You're like the blind leading the blind, as they say, right? So you got to lean on people who know what they're talking about, right? Or at the very least, are in the same boat as you. Maybe they don't know what they're talking about, but they're going through the same journey. Maybe you have a best friend who wants to lose weight. You guys are going to do it together, no problem, right? As long as there's a togetherness on it and not you need this, so you're going to just drop it on them. That's that causes tension, right? I've been there, right? I've been that guy. Like I was losing weight and my buddy wasn't, and we'd go out for dinner. And I was like, oh, that's not good for you, right? And then I'm coming out looking like a jerk because I'm telling him what to eat and what not to eat. And he's like, shut up, I'm not on a diet. I'm like, you're right. So yeah, I think if you really need help and you need a support network, and you're talking like a real support network, like someone you can call, like AA, and be like, I'm losing it, I need a cake, what do I do? Make that person a pro. Because your friends and family will be like, eat the damn cake already, because they want you happy. So you got to get a professional who's going to say,
that's
who's
what
going to
I call a food
why
cushion.
it's important, what you got to do, what your alternatives can be. That's what you need.
Sure, yeah. I see where you're coming from because, yeah, you have been that guy. And everyone works differently. So, yeah, you may be able to count on your friends or work colleagues who have suggested that they start an exercise group or something.
Sure.
But, yeah, it's just like starting business. You got to find the right people to support you.
Well, exactly,
but at the same
right?
time,
Because you can always ask someone and say, hey, listen, what do you think is a good idea to eat at this restaurant that's healthier? And they'll have advice, sure. But to expect them just to correct you when you order the triple cheeseburger with the bacon and they're going to be like, yeah, that sounds good, man. I'll have another one for myself too, Like,
yeah, but it's also about, I guess, the subject, say me in this case, but for example, right, being in control of their own decisions and making a conscious choice to not eat that triple cheese and bacon burger.
Well, ultimately, that's what it comes down to.
No, it's, right? It's a desire.
We don't have personal chefs making our meals for us.
Exactly.
It's down to us when we step into that restaurant or we open the fridge door, what are we going to grab? That's on us.
Yeah, exactly.
So I have struggled with my junk food addiction all my life. I love junk food. I love restaurants. I like those triple cheeseburger, right? I like all those things. So what I do is I consciously eat them. I'm like, I know that on Friday night, I'm going to go have this cheeseburger.
Yeah.
And I go and I eat it and I enjoy it and I don't feel bad about it, right? Because you're intentionally eating it. So that allows you to kind of not eat it every other day because you're not
Yeah.
subconsciously just eating, right? You know you're gonna eat
Yeah.
this crap. You know it's gonna be bad for you. I mean, there are people I know that will eat food that they know will give them a sore stomach,
Mhm.
right? They're like, this is too spicy for me. It's gonna burn. I'm gonna feel nauseous, but I love it so much. I'm gonna eat it once a month, and they'll do it, right?
Yeah.
So same
Yeah.
thing. Like you have to be very conscious of what you eat, good and bad.
Yeah.
You know, I make my clients write down everything they eat. So the first 2 weeks, they
Yeah.
write down everything they eat. I said, don't count the calories. Let me worry about that. Don't count calories, fats, anything like that. Don't change your diet. Don't eat healthier. I don't care. Just write down what you eat.
Mhm.
And where you notice a lot of people struggle is, well, you know, I'll grab a handful of peanuts a couple of times a day,
Yep.
right? Not knowing that in 100 grams of peanuts, which is nothing, is 500 calories,
Mm.
right? So you've had three
Yeah.
handfuls of peanuts and you've had your daily supply
Intake.
of calories.
Yeah. Exactly.
Depending on how big or small you are, but 1,500, right? If you're trying to lose weight, you're going to be in that 2,000 and 1,500. So imagine you're allowed 2,000 calories a day, and 3/4 of it has been on 300 grams of peanuts. Right?
Sure. Yeah.
There's no way you're going to lose weight. So,
Exactly.
right? So once they start becoming conscious and saying, "Oh yeah, you know what? I'm an afternoon snacker," or I'm like myself, I'm a nighttime snacker.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter what
Because
I
you're
have
up
for
so late.
supper, right? Starts
Yeah.
getting late. Oof, man, I can't, right? So I got to make sure that I supply myself with the right things. And I don't buy chips because if I buy chips, I'm going to eat the chips. That's
If it's in the house, you're gonna eat it,
it's
right?
in the house, I'm going to eat them. So I just don't buy
Yeah.
them. Right? It's just like
Totally.
I walk by the chip aisle, I look, I give it a face of longing and love, like, oh, and then I keep
The
walking.
pouty face.
Yeah, I give the pouty face, and then I keep walking. Like Frodo from Lord of the Rings, you know, like that face.
Yeah. Yeah. Get the blue seal going on.
All right, so I give it the look, and then okay, and then I walk away.
Yeah. I don't even like. It might be just me, and I've been doing it for so long since my daughter was little. But I don't even pay any attention. It's like the chips are trying to get my attention, or even the soft drinks.
Right.
And yeah, they'll be like, hey, and I'm like, no, I'm just gonna go get some vegetables, you know, because they've got the produce aisle, and then they've got straight away the soft drink aisle, and the chips and chocolates and biscuits and
Right,
all that
right,
kind of thing, and then the
exactly.
rest of the store.
Yeah.
So yeah, so let's look at
Yeah.
the other side of the coin.
Yep.
And the people who want to go it alone, they're like lone rangers, like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to take on the world. I've tried it before, it didn't work, I'll try it again. So, wax lyrical, Chris.
Listen, I'm not opposed to it, right? Again, for me, it's a professional help thing. So for example, what I don't like to do is I don't like to talk about personal achievements that I'm intending to do. And there's a reason why. Because if I don't achieve it, then I feel now I have to go back and tell those same people of all the great things that I was going to do that I couldn't do it. And then I feel like a failure. That is tough, right? So that's a lot of pressure I put on myself. It's my own issue, obviously. Not everyone's like that, but I get it, right? If you're like, I'm going to work out every day and I want to lose 20 pounds in 2 months, I'm going to go hardcore, right? Which is not attainable because that's insanely hard. Like you could do it if you give up everything and just like be an insane person about it. But if you don't, then all these people are like, hey man, 2 months are up, finish 20 pounds. And you really only lost 5 because you couldn't do it. Right. So I get why people don't talk about it. They're like, you know what? I'm going to try to do better. I'm going to eat healthier and this and that. So yes, I understand that. But part 2 of that, there's always a but. You need someone or something to hold you accountable. Right? Again, professionals like myself, like Mary, We're the ones, you call us, it's going to happen. It's a done deal. Guaranteed, right? But, you know, if it's not us, it needs to be someone or something. Now, I say something because you could have an app. You could have, you know, like there's MyFitnessPal. There's a bunch of these ones out there, right? There's a bunch of apps out there. There's ones you pay for. There's ones you don't pay for. There's a lot of options. None will be as good as a pro, but there's a lot of options. If you're talking about beginner level, and you're trying to get somewhere, then sure. But have something to hold you accountable. Have a schedule of some kind that will keep you on track. Because it's very easy, and again, you're talking to a guy, ex 325 pounds guy, right? It's very easy to be like, you know what? I'm going to work out today. I'm just going to take a little break after work and I've eaten. So I'm going to wait half an hour from now. I'm going to go out to the gym. And then 2 hours have gone by. Right? Next thing you know, it's like 10 o'clock. You're like, well, it's too late now. You know? And that happens so easy, right? So you want to schedule. I'm talking set alarms on your phones, right? Your phone is going to beep. Time to go to the gym or whatever it is, right? So these triggers, and that's where getting a friend on board to do it with is helpful, because neither of you want to be the one that bails on the other one. All right, so that can help too. So yeah, that's my take. Going it alone though, you can do it. Just make sure you give yourself a way to stay on track. Your turn.
Agreed. Yeah, I'm just, every time I go to turn the mic on, the wind picks up. So I'm just making sure the
It's
audio
called
is all
Murphy's
good.
Law. You didn't hear about that?
I was listening. Hey?
It's called Murphy's Law.
Oh yeah, of course. It's like the truck behind me the other week. Every time I went to speak, it's like beep beep.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's only wind. So, agree totally. You need an accountability partner, just like in the other way. Just so someone who will not necessarily keep you on track, but keep you accountable, and or someone or something, like you said. Another family story. I have a cousin, and she's got some weight issues, some back issues, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, we got to talking, and it came around to actual nutrition and training type stuff. And she sort of went, you know what, I think I'm just gonna do it myself. And you mentioned before, we don't all have those gourmet chefs sort of cooking for us.
Right.
But she has I guess a disposable income, so enough to pay for one of those meal delivery services.
Yep.
And she had some good results with that before. So she went, I'll just go and do this service for 3 months and I'll shed the weight and all that kind of thing. So I haven't actually checked up on her yet. Like, we sort of see each other at family events, and because of COVID, we haven't been able to have family events.
Right.
But she's also one of those, she's a very sedentary person. So she is a teacher, so she will get up, walk around the classroom kind of thing, but it's not like intense activity. Like, they'll get their 20,000 steps a day, but it's all in 20 to 100 step increments. So it's not really doing much for them.
Right.
So yeah, but like I said, she's had success on this meals program in the past, so she went straight back to it pretty much. And yeah, so basically, yeah, find something that works for you, and make sure that you find a way to keep you accountable and make sure you keep on track. So yeah, you can have one of us. We're here for you. Give us a call. Sorry, it's a call now, isn't it? We don't have the handsets.
I don't think they do either, and they usually text people.
It's more like this is.
Like this.
Text me. Yeah. So text me, and but I guess the biggest challenge with that is we see them like at 1/100% of the time. So we'll see them 1 to 2 hours a week, and we've got 156 hours in the week. So, and to keep, and as trainers, we are there available for you. But as people, we also need our rest. So we can't be there for you 24/7 necessarily, unless you want to wait a few hours for us to respond. So, but again, a text message can be empowering. And like I said, we are there for you. We can support you from a distance, but it's also very beneficial to have someone there on a daily and regular basis, to like even a friend who works in a different place to send you a text and say, hey, it's time to like walk up the stairs and back again, like it's time for a coffee break, so to speak, and send you that reminder so it's at least stuck in your brain, or set an alarm on your phone to do some stretches every hour, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So that you are making sure, see, I'm sort of marching on the spot now, making sure my blood's not pooling in my feet. Chris has his pacing thing going on.
That's because I can't stand still. If I stand still for too long, I'm like, I'm gonna sore back. It's terrible. I gotta move.
That's it. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm actually doing like my little hip rolls while I'm standing here chatting with you while I'm listening to you.
I like back and forth pacing, like sidestepping, you know?
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn the two-step, but I'm no good at dancing, so this is close to it.
Try the box step. It's good for you.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, so step forward on your left foot, step forward on your right foot, step behind your right foot with your left foot, step across, it's kind of like a grapevine, and then step forward on your left again. So that's your box. Anyway.
I learned square dancing as a kid. I can't do that anymore. I don't.
It's all in there, you're just a bit rusty.
Yeah, no. I can't do it because I can't stand square dancing.
Oh, okay, fair enough. It's like most people in line dancing.
Yeah, oh God, no, I'm a city boy.
Yeah. So anyway, back to the topic. Lone Rangers, definitely possible. Just like, just like having that support network. You can do it alone. But even on The Biggest Loser, they have that community around them in the Biggest Loser house to show other people who are going through the same challenges. So they do have that support there, even if their family's not there. And I guess especially because their family's not there, because that's the enablers, as Chris was saying, the potential enablers.
Right.
So, yeah, so you take them out of society and put them in a bubble.
Yeah,
but we can't do that.
Search for support of people that are in the same boat, not people who just because they're your friends, though, right? So make sure you're picking the right people to be your support.
Totally.
Not just the close people, but the right people.
Ooh. Can I use the P word again?
Right? I dropped deep thoughts right before we
fully landed.
Oh, that's how it goes.
Because there's good people everywhere, but you got to find the right people. So is that your leaving note for us today?
That's my parting note. It's the deep thoughts and the closing.
Should have just cut you there and just gone, okay, peace out, see you next week.
I need a microphone.
Yeah. He's gone. SingStar microphones at the secondhand gamer shop. Go get one for next time.
There you go.
Every time you say something good, just do it.
That's it.
Cool.
All right. Well, another good week.
Yeah. We hit that one fast and hard. Like a bullet.
Well, I mean, it's late here, right? And
yeah, I know.
Bed, so.
Yeah, but you're just gonna go eat some chips and watch TV now until you fall asleep in front, like with cheese dust on your fingers.
No, come on, those days are done. I'm gonna eat popcorn instead.
Yeah, popcorn's good. All right, thanks, Chris. Always good time.
Thanks. See you later.
See you next week.
Yep. Bye.
Peace.